Hi, so my name is Aidan Zukowski, and alongside my three teammates, Ansh Muhil and Sarish, we made a application called Rate My Courses for our CS411 final project. So Rate My Courses is very similar to the website you're probably familiar with, Rate My Teachers, except in this case, we ask students to rate courses based on difficulty and content of each course, rather than each individual professor. So as you can see, there's a search box in order where you can search by name or professor net ID. So let's just say I'm looking to take CS courses. And if I do that, I can search for every single CS course that we have in our database, which is a lot of them. So I may want to refine mine to, let's say, I want to take 300 level CS courses. So if we just put a 3, it'll check for the first part of the name, and it'll limit all of our choices to anything that is of the name CS3 something. So let's just say I'm looking for a very good rated CS course. So you can see the ratings and the total reviews, and we want a good amount of people who reviewed it. Doesn't look like there are too many, so let's check 400 levels. And okay, CS416, it's got a good number of reviews and a decent average rating. So if we select that, you scroll down the bottom and we can see 416, which is the course we selected. And right here, you can see a text box in order to write your own review, your overall rating, and you can input the CRN of the course, which you can see currently recorded sections with that CRN, and your net ID, which alongside the CRN and your net ID are sort of the key to your review, because we don't really show who wrote the review and what section it was for. So if you want to update or delete your review in the future, as long as you can provide the CRN and the net ID that was associated with your review, it'll delete that. So as you can see, there's a bunch of reviews. So there's some information about the professor, their education department, their email, recorded sections, and the past reviews. So the reviews are sorted in chronological order. And we have a couple of good ratings and one really bad one. So whoever wrote this said the professor was so cool, but the class structure is boring. Overall, they thought the class was ugly. Doesn't sound like a accurate review for something that's a rating 9. However, when I took this course, maybe I didn't like it too much. I've never taken this course. However, let's just say this class was somewhat boring. I didn't learn that much in the end, but I passed the class. So as you can see, when you just put in this, it doesn't create a review because you didn't leave your overall rating, CRN, and net ID. So although I did that by accident, that's one safeguard. So maybe we'll give it a 6 because I didn't really learn too much. However, I did okay. And the CRN conveniently was one of these. So I can use that, and my net ID, I'll just put in my real net ID. So whenever there's a user who's never been recorded in the database before, it will create a new user if their net ID hasn't been used before. However, mine has, so we can go ahead and create the review. So overall, it leaves my thing. And what if in the future I want to change it? I can just update it. So let's say I get a 7. We'll update decent class though, and as long as I provide, so if I remove this and let's just say Aidan TS3, and I try to do update review, it's not going to work because that's not my net ID. So if I provide the correct net ID and I update, it will change the entire thing. So this class was somewhat boring. I didn't learn that much in the end, but I passed the class. Decent class though. So if I wanted to delete it, as long as I provide my net ID and the CRN, I can delete the review. And that happens. One last thing that I didn't mention is in case there was some user who really hated a course and they just wanted to spam really low ratings on the same course, or they wanted to make a ton of new reviews for the same course and they just put in like random text or something like that. So if a user makes more than 3 reviews on the same course, it will automatically delete them. So once I click create review on this new one, what you would think is, I'm going to have another review right here. If I create it, it's going to delete all that user's reviews because that's our sort of anti-spam filter, which is one of our advanced database features in this project.